Now, guys, you've heard me say many times over the years that I believe that the news media owes all of us reparations for the damage that they've done to our society. They have manipulated us so bad, and they have been so much in control of the morale in this country. And when you look at the depression rates and suicide rates and things like that, you will see that a lot of that stuff, if they ever care to do a study on this, I believe that a lot of the emotional and psychological swings in this country can directly be linked to the manipulation of our current news and entertainment media. This is the way I see it. And they take no responsibility for the way that they report these stories and the way that they manipulate their viewers. If we're going to walk around, if we're out here angry, if there's an aggressive climate, it usually has a lot to do with what our top stories are. And a lot of lives are actually lost behind that. And you can actually see it playing out in real time right now as the news media and the entertainment industry, they converge right now at this point in time to name Kyle Rittenhouse, an 18-year-old man, young man, as public enemy number one. And in this particular video, I'm going to talk about news personality Tiffany Cross. She's on MSNBC, and she is just one of many. So don't think she's the only one. There's a lot of them out there who are doing this, but we're going to talk about this in this video. This is the gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And yes, you have MSNBC host Tiffany Cross pretty much losing her mind. You know, who would have known that the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict would act as a full moon for all of these psychos who are now coming out? They're outing themselves. It's like I said before, you can now see all of the people who are actually, how can I even put this? These people are hostile towards the security of our country. Okay. And they want you to be hostile. They want you and I to be hostile because you can best believe, like I said on the other video, Tiffany Cross is not going to be running through the streets looking to kill anybody. Pedro Pascal is not going to be doing that either. All of these people who they're more than happy to put Kyle Rittenhouse out there, it's almost like they're putting out a hit on him. Like they're putting out a bounty on his head. And they're sending all of these ignorant people out there, all of these weak-minded people, they're getting them all riled up. You know, and it's funny because they talk about what happened at the Capitol and they want to hold people accountable for the way people got riled up, you know, to go over to the Capitol. But they don't see, and we're not supposed to see, how they do the same thing. They're using all of their resources for some reason to persecute this young man, even though he was found innocent in a court of law that we are supposed to value. But you think that would stop them from calling him a murderer? No, of course not. Because in this fucking upside down world, we raise up criminals. And we put down heroes and truth tellers. We believe the liars. This is the age of the liars after all, like I said before. So you have no problem, Tiffany Cross, with endangering this young man's life. Mark Ruffalo has no problem. Pedro Pascal has no problem. All of these people, they got no problem pointing out this young man. All right, let's see what Tiffany Cross had to say, okay? You're not going to find this on CNN, of course. Fox News has this on its website, foxnews.com. So it says here, where is it? Liberal MSNBC host Tiffany Cross blasted Republican members of Congress as white supremacists on Saturday, one day after Wisconsin jury acquitted Kenosha shooter Kyle Rittenhouse. Now, Cross, host of the Cross Connection, specifically took aim at U.S. Representatives Matt Gaetz of Florida and Paul Gosar of Arizona, Mediaite.com reported. Her comments came during a conversation with The Nation journalist Elie Mystal, who was also critical of the GOP. Because all of this is political. It has nothing to do with the guilt or innocence of this young man. It all has to do with these bullshit political games that they play. And they will sacrifice you and me to get to where they need to go. Kyle Rittenhouse might be the person they're talking about now, but it could just as easily be anybody else. All right? During the conversation, Cross referred to 18-year-old Rittenhouse as this little murderous white supremacist, even though, like I said, the jury agreed Rittenhouse acted in self-defense last year when he shot 3 people, killing 2, and that all 3 people he shot, like Rittenhouse, were white, all right, or at least not black. Cross says she took issue with Gates and Gosser offering to hire Rittenhouse as a congressional intern after the trial concluded, claiming the Republicans were celebrating the outcome of the trial. Now, I will say this, guys, because I've been watching how people have been celebrating, and it should be celebrated. But I would say be very, very careful, all right? If Kyle Rittenhouse is the young man that I think he is, he probably wants to put all of this behind him. He probably doesn't want to be your poster boy for the Second Amendment. I saw somebody gave him a custom-made AR-15. I don't even know if he would want to hold another AR-15. Clearly, the young man has been traumatized. I don't know if anyone has taken time to think about that. Maybe he wants to put this behind him, all right? Because by putting his name out there the way both sides are doing, you are indeed putting a target on his back. He's got a long life, hopefully, to live. Maybe he just wants to be a kid for a while. He wants to be a young man. He wants to go out to movies, on dates and things like that. You know what I mean? But the longer we keep this fucking circus going, the longer we're going to have this kid where he has an inability to go on and resume his life. That's something to think about, guys. All right. I find these people disgusting, Ellie, Cross went on, and she told her guests, according to Mediaite. I'm disgusted at what I'm seeing. Well, Mr. Kyle responded, welcome to the modern Republican Party. This is what these people want, and this is what a majority of white people vote for. A majority of white people. What do they vote for? Oh, let's see. Let's say Barack Obama, for example. The majority of white people voted for Barack Obama. You might have heard he was the first black president. Well, mixed heritage, but biracial, but we'll say, for the sake of argument, they voted for somebody who wasn't white. Twice, okay? So let's not talk about what the majority of white people vote for as if it's a bad thing, okay? Later, he claimed the majority of white people were in favor of violence and asserted that was reflected in the candidates and judges that the majority supported with their votes. Once again, these black people so far up in the ass of white people that they can't think independently. They can't be objective. They can't see the truth of the situation. And once again, they are a traitor to their own people because neither one of these motherfuckers will go running out into the street. Neither one of them will be rioting. Neither one of them will be running up on Kyle Rittenhouse. But they will empower other people to do it. They will enable and they will manipulate other people to do it. At what point do we hold these people responsible and accountable for the damage that they do to these deadheads who are sitting in front of the TV digesting all of this hatred and all of this vitriol and aggression? But then they have the nerve, once those cameras get turned off, they go and have their little coffee, their tea, they go knock back a few, do a few lines, you know what I mean? They have no accountability whatsoever. They don't care about you and I. They certainly don't care about Kyle Rittenhouse and the fact that you're endangering his life. You know what I mean? They don't care and they're not responsible, but they should be held responsible. So all of this fucking fake ass outrage because they want to push forward their agendas, okay? They're mad because this was a case where a citizen was able to defend themselves from the lawlessness that these people are actually perpetuating onto our society. They want the lawlessness. They want people running around. And they don't give a damn if you're black or white, if you get shot down in the streets. They don't give a damn. And people need to see that. That is the sad reality of this. By doing this, they are upping the chances that this will happen again. And of course, that's what they want. They want it to continue to go on and on. So the rest of us, we need to get smart. All right, for the deadheads who are out there who are digesting all of this, it's too late for them. Okay, they're going to believe whatever it is that they see. But those of us who know better have to speak a little bit louder. We have to speak a little bit clearer, and we have to get it through to our children so that the next generation are not just a bunch of dumbasses. So that's what we have here. Tiffany Cross acting like an idiot, thinking that the rest of us are idiots. But not all of us are idiots, Tiffany Cross. Some of us see what you're doing. All right. And these days, best believe these days are limited because more and more people are starting to speak. And that's the reason why you don't like people being on this platform. That's the reason why you have, you want to disable dislikes. And that's the reason why you want to level charges of misinformation against anybody who goes against the established narrative. But it won't be stopped. It won't be stopped. We will win this. Decency will win this. Godliness will win this. You best believe that. So anyway, guys, you can get in the comment section and let me know how you feel about all of this. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe, you can catch me on Odyssey. Please give me a follow there, guys, because I'm just getting started. And you can catch me on Twitter, like I said before. Catch you on the next one, guys. Thank you for listening. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.